Hello and welcome to Fiber Fun with Olivia. My name is Olivia. Welcome! If you are new here, a hearty welcome to you. I hope you have a little bit of fiber fun with us. Welcome to the Fiber Fun Familia. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Today I want to talk about my WIPS, Works in Progress. Many of you have commented that you want to see what I'm working on, so I'm going to share them with you. Some are recent, some are not so recent, some are from, I want to say like from last year. I don't have any more older than 1 year ago, even though I used to. I did do a video on how I frogged a lot of those old projects because I knew I just wasn't going to get back to them, and it was really nice yarn, and I thought, you know what, I might get excited about some new projects for this yarn that I love so much. So I did that. So no, I don't have anything really older than about a year ago. So yay! I myself am a work in progress with trying to de-stash and just trying to have fun with my yarn. I am both a knitter and crocheter. So I, enjoy doing both of them. Okay, so yes, for my WIPS, I'm going to start by the most recent one and start working my way back. My most recent one is a knitting project. It is a brioche project. By the way, I will link all of the, if I have a link to a pattern or just general information about the yarn, I will link it down below. Some of them are free, some of them are paid, but I like to put them down there in case you're interested, because we yarny people, we want to know, where's the pattern? Where did you get that yarn? Oh my God, I love it. So I like to share all of that and put it in the description box. Okay, so here is my first WIP, work in progress. It is a knitting project. It is kind of a hot mess, you guys. It is a brioche project. And brioche is a knitting technique where you use two yarns. So the two yarns, let me show you very quickly. One of them is from Knit Picks. This is one of the ones that I frogged from one of those very old projects. Knit Picks Stroll Hand Painted Fingering Weight. I don't know, I think they still sell this. If they do, I'll link it down below. And then the second one is by the Weird Sisters Wool. I love this so much. And it's in the shade Dumbledore, if I'm not mistaken. I'll link it down below. These, and I thought it would be a great idea to try brioche knitting. And like I mentioned, it is using both of them, and it's really neat because you can kind of open it up and you can see the other one, and then you can turn it around and you can see it kind of reverses, right? It's a reversible project. Now you are seeing some lines. Where are they? Some lines right here. I have a lot of mistakes here. So crochet is what comes very naturally to me. It's a lot easier for me because there's only one live stitch. I've been doing it since I was like 8 years old. It just comes really naturally to me. Knitting, I started as a stay-at-home mom. At the time, I could dedicate a little bit more time to learning how to knit, and I enjoy it so much, but I do have to concentrate a little bit more when I'm knitting. So when I try new techniques like this, I do make mistakes, and sometimes I frog it, and sometimes like this one, I don't, because I'm like, oh no, I'm not starting this all over again. So it is going to have some mistakes. It is for a cowl. See, there's a mistake right there. You can kind of see it. You can see the gray line. There is a video on how to fix mistakes that one day I want to look at, but not today. Not today. Yeah. So this is my first one, and I'm really enjoying it, but I do get a little bit frustrated sometimes when I make mistakes because I'm not very good at fixing them. So, I kind of took a break, and I'll probably go and work on something else that's a little bit easier, but I have been working on this for the past couple of weeks, I think. Okay, the next project that I've been working on is my Ombre Afghan, which I started with the crochet crowd here on YouTube. They were doing a CAL, a crochet along. And so I decided to not use the yarn that they were calling for, but use it as a destash project. And so here is what I have so far. I have not yet completed it, even though the CAL is over. It's down below. But here is what I have. It's one of those wonky Afghans, not wonky, but like colorful Afghans, because I'm using up yarn. And you know, it's called an Ombre Afghan because they use this ombre yarn by Red Heart, and they're so pretty, they're so summery. But this is what I had, so it's kind of gonna be more like a fall, fall colors. And so I'm really glad I did it. I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out. Let me see if I can get it close to the camera. It is very textured, and I love that. It is very interesting. It is definitely not for beginner crocheters unless you're really adventurous and you're like, I got this, then jump right in. But it has some stitches where it definitely challenges you. For me, it's just fun. It's just fun. It has these back post double crochets. I want to show you a little bit of this here. I really need a better setup. But I don't know if you can, yeah, here we go. You can see that a little bit better. And so right now I'm on these rows, and you actually have to turn it around and do the back post crochets, and they're slanted so that this is what you see in the front. I'm telling you, this has been fun. This has been really fun. So I'm definitely going to continue with this and continue destashing. So, you know, for those of you that saw my destash Afghan videos and you were looking for more ideas, this is another one. Check out the Ombre Afghan. It is free. It is on their, it is on the website, and you can download the PDFs. You can follow the videos. The videos are super helpful. And yeah, I want to finish that for sure. I actually want to start a new CAL with Ophelia Talks, Anya's crochet along. If you're not familiar with her, I know I wasn't, so go check her out, because on September 23rd, she is starting a new crochet along, and it's going to be a blanket, and it does look like it has different texture on it, but it looks pretty simple. Right up my alley for a destash project. Now she does sell, she's from the UK, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and she does sell the yarn bags, and they're beautiful. I actually have some of her yarn, and I did another CAL, I think last year, 2 years ago, I can't remember. The yarn is beautiful. It's beautiful. So if I didn't have as much yarn as I have right now, and if I weren't trying to destash, then I would buy that packet. In fact, I did really consider buying that packet because it's just so beautiful. Anyway, I'm using it as a destash project. So at least that's the plan, unless I change my mind later. But I wanted to let you guys know about it, and I'll link it down below in case you want to sign up and do it as well, because I'm going to be following along. But I need to finish this one first, the Ombre Afghan. Okay, another project that I have, I wanted to use up some of my Christmas yarn, and so I decided to make little squares. And so let me show you the yarn really quick first. This is the first one, and I always keep these in here to remind me. So Holly Press is a line of yarn that I just love, and I found them on Etsy. I love them. Every year they have beautiful, beautiful Christmas shades. Anyway, I got this mini skein set, and I started making these squares that I'm going to show you, but I want to show you, look at what I have it in. So I have all these mini skeins caked up, and I want to show them to you. See how this one has green, and they all work so well together. This one has a little bit of pink. This is a mixed green, red one, and then this one. And I used up, there was a small mini skein of this one, and I loved it so much. I messaged them and I said, do you by any chance have a big skein? And they said, we can make one for you. It was so kind of them. So thank you, Holly Press Fibers. So I'm using this because I love it so much, and I'm using it a lot on all of these little squares. And these little squares are from an Afghan pattern. I can't remember now. I saw somebody working on this. I mentioned it in another video and now I've forgotten, but I saw somebody working on that Afghan, and I thought, what a great idea. I'm going to use this, and instead of making, you know, a big old Afghan with these circle squares, I'm going to make a table runner or some sort of like rectangle mat to put on the table during Christmas time. So I have all these different little squares using different colors, and I love them. They make me so happy. So I work on these in between, and I'm hoping to have it done. My goal is to have it done by this Christmas, but we shall see. We shall see. Yeah, all of these are so cute. Okay, my next WIP is this one. It's a blanket. Now, I mentioned in the last video that I love making blankets, and I really do. I love making blankets. Right before Valentine's Day, I really wanted to make a Valentine colored blanket, and so I got started on this one. Of course, it didn't finish by Valentine's Day, but that's okay. I have quite a bit done. I do have a book that I'm following. Let me go grab it. I like to collect books that have lots of pretty colors in them. If you've never seen this book, it's a good one. 100 Colorful Ripple Stitches to Crochet by Leonie Morgan. I might do a separate video just on some of the books. You know, every now and then maybe share 3-4 books at a time, because there's some really good ones out there that a lot of us have forgotten about. And I'm really trying to use them. So I forced myself, like when I wanted the Valentine blanket, I thought, you know what, let me look for something. I'll make a chevron blanket. And so I found this one. It's called the Afghan Ice Cream Sundae Blanket, and I just chose my own colors. And so I had them. I've been on a de-stash mode, so that's another great idea. Look at if you have some patterns, some chevron patterns. So I'm using up some Vanna's Choice. I'm using up, let's see, what else do I have here? Basic Stitch. Vanna's Choice is Cranberry. And this Basic Stitch is in the color Baby Pink. What else? Another Basic Stitch in the color Prism. And I think most of these are Basic Stitch. I just don't have the wraps anymore. So that's kind of what I've been using for this chevron blanket. I really like it. Maybe I can have it ready by next Valentine's, huh? What do you guys think? I'll link the book down below in case you're interested, but I think any chevron blanket, really, and there's so many available free on Ravelry, on YouTube. I mean, you can look up chevron stitches, right? And there's just so many options. So, yeah. My next WIP is, it was kind of an in-between because I ran out of yarn for a project and I couldn't sit still, so I thought, let me start something else. So I decided to start on this project, Autumn Skies Infinity Scarf. I can't remember where I found this. I printed it out, but again, I'll link it down below. And the yarn that I'm using, I have it in this bag here, and I love this. I love this. Who is this by? This is an Erin Lane. I think this is when Erin Lane first became popular. I remember when it first came, you know, people started mentioning this and I got this, and now I've gone back. Oh my God, Erin Lane bags are pricey. Anyway, but they're beautiful, so I'm sure they're worth it. I'm just like, eek. So this is the yarn I'm using, Ferris Wheel. It's a 4-weight and it's in the color Imaginary Garden. It's pretty, so pretty. And this is what I have so far. Again, I always mention that I love texture, and this has some bobbles in it, and the yarn is beautiful. Look at this. Oh, I have it backwards, I think. Well, there is no backwards, right? You can this is pretty much reversible. But I just want you to see different parts of the yarn color. It has greens, it has blues. It's so pretty. I love it so much. I really need to start working on this again. But yeah, so this is what I have, and it is gonna be I'm gonna, twist it like this probably and wear it like this. Oh, it's gonna be so cozy. And this is really, if you've never tried Ferris wheel, it looks like it would be rough, but it's not. It's soft. At least for me. It's 100% acrylic. Yeah, it's 100% acrylic. But it's a soft acrylic, so I really love this. So this is another one of my WIPS. This next project I have in this bag here that I got in a Yarn Yay subscription box. And I remember I was trying to destash, and I still am, trying to destash some fingering weight yarn. So I looked up some patterns and I decided to start this one. It's called Monsoon Stole. And it's by The Little Bee. I did print it out. It's quite a few pages long. I got it off of Ravelry. And let me show you what I have. I'm not sure if I like the combination of this yarn, but you know what? I already did it, so I'm going with it. But this is what I have so far. Let's see. So it starts off, let me come back here. It starts off here. And then you get a big chunk of this, and then little chunks of this. I don't know, maybe I will love it by the time I'm done, but at first I was like, oh no, did I mess it up? I just went too colorful. But I was trying to destash, and these are the hanks of yarn that I have. Yes, I had some mini skeins from Sinful Yarns. I could see some of the, I don't think I have all of them, but it was, if I can find what mini skein said it was, I'll put it down below. If not, I'll just link in Sinful Yarns, but they have some beautiful yarns. And so this is what's left of that one. And then this one, I think this one is from them too. It was a full hank. And then I threw this one in here. I think this is a Shalimar yarn. Yes, Breathless by Shalimar. I don't think this is available. I bought it like a decade ago, I think. And then this one too was part of the Sinful Yarns. So let me see if I can show you all of them together. So that's what I'm making, Monsoon. So I had seen that one. Of course it's not blocked, so it looks wonky. I've had this in my queue, in my Ravelry queue for a while, and I had wanted to make it, so here it is. But usually I work on these WIPs in after the holidays, because once September hits, I want to start working on Halloween stuff, and then Thanksgiving, and then just fall and Christmas and all of that. So I have 3 more WIPs to share with you. Okay, the next one is in my Halloween WIP bag. I can't remember who this is by again. If I remember, I'll put this down. I'll put the link down below who I got it from. I know I got it on Etsy. This pattern is by the Lopsided Crafter. Who knows the Lopsided Crafter? This is the Alice Spring Tea. I started this last year, and I really need to finish this because I was so excited. And I went back and looked at a little bit of the video. I'm like, where was I with this? And I want to finish it. This is what I have, and this is kind of where I stopped. Oop, what did I drop? Oh no, I dropped a... I'm in trouble. These fell off. I have no idea where they were. Okay, so this is what I have. I was using some cotton yarn. Again, I'll link it down below. I don't have a new skein. I must have run out. Sometimes when I run out of yarn and I stop, I don't come back. So I need to remind myself to come back and finish it. But let me see if I can put it on. Yeah, so this is probably going to be the back actually. But it feels really comfortable. What I liked about this pattern is that there is no gauge. She made the pattern so that you just measure yourself and there is no gauge. There is no requirement as to what weight of yarn you have to use. You can use a DK, you can use worsted, you can use... And at first when she talked about this, I was like, wait, no gauge? Wait, how does that work? Well, it works. In her instructions, she tells you what to measure, how much. You don't have to be counting stitches. It's amazing. I really need to finish this because I love this yarn. It's really soft and kind of slinky for cotton. And the stitch that she uses is a herringbone stitch. It's amazing because it doesn't make the fabric too stiff. But it's not, you know, so slinky. I'm curvy. And so sometimes when fabric is too thin, it shows every little imperfection in your body. And this does not. It's, you know, the fabric is nice and soft, but not too soft. So I need to go back and finish this. Of course, now I'm in trouble because I don't know where these were. But that's that. Okay, second to the last is in this project bag, a little bit bigger. This is the Mesocardi, the Mesocardigan, designed by Make and Do Crew. I have a hot mess. I printed the pattern out. If you're not familiar with this cardi, again, I don't like to do things or make things with gauge, but I felt like this was an oversized cardi, and I love grannies and hexagons, and that was the whole premise of this. So, and this kubu yarn is amazing. Amazing. I can't wait. I need to finish this because it just feels good on the skin. What is the kubu? Oh, I do have this here. Okay. It's a light DK weight, and it is 51% cotton, 49% rayon from bamboo. This is in the color silver. And if you're not familiar with this cardigan, because again, there was a time when I had never heard about it, and everybody on YouTube was like, oh yeah, I know what that is. It's basically made out of hexagons, and then you put it together and you have a cardigan. I know it sounds weird, but like when I first heard of the concept, I couldn't even believe it. So I believe I finished the first hexagon, but then I have not finished the second one. And I really need to because this feels, oh, it feels so good. This kind of shows you, see the hexagon? And then you fold it up like that. And so that's just half of it. And then you make another one and you put it on the other side, and now you have this cardi. So I think that was really amazing. The yarn is just wonderful. It feels so good. So another whip that I really need to get cracking on. Whew. I'm glad I'm doing this video because it reminds me and remotivates me to finish up these whips. Okay, the last whip that I'm sharing with you, I might frog this. I don't know. I might, but I'm going to show it to you. It's called Skipper. It's a scarf which combines like this striped center section with a ribbed laced pattern. And that's what it looks like. Or I chose to do it with purple and like this taupe. So this is the, and of course I made a mistake here and I did an extra row or two of the purple. But so first you do this, and then, and it's not blocked so you can't see it very well, but you have this beautiful lace pattern, and it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. Look at the picture so you can kind of see what it's supposed to look like. Once it's blocked, it looks so pretty, and I just loved it so much, and I can't wait to, well, either complete it or frog it. And the reason why I say I might frog it is because I was destashing, I guess, and I ran out of this taupe yarn that I was using, and I looked in my stash and I have all these other shades of taupe, but not this one. And then the other thing I noticed is that when I looked up the weight for this one was actually in a smaller weight than this one. And I thought, oh my gosh, really, Olivia? I was just so excited. And I was like, purple and taupe, this goes. And I didn't pay attention to the weight. So that's why I'm saying I might frog it and just do it over, matching with the right yarn weight. I hate to frog this. Maybe I could like keep it as a small little, maybe if I close, like if I, undo it all the way to here and then just make it like I might do that so I don't have to so this isn't wasted time and effort, but I'm still gonna make it again, and because I want this. That's so pretty. So anyways, that is my last WIP. I have like a small attention span when it comes to projects, and then I see new yarn and I'm like, ooh, I want to make something with this or a new pattern. And I'm sure you guys understand me. I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyway. I do see a lot of CALs, crochet alongs coming up, and then there's a knit along by Stephen West, and just, I want to do it all, but I have to restrain myself because I want to finish these too. But I do know that I definitely want to finish up my Ombre CAL, and I want to start the Ophelia Talks Anya's CAL. It's so pretty. It's not going to have those colors for me, like I said, because it's going to be a de-stash. I need to look into what yarns I'm going to be using, but it's going to be one of those blankets with tons of different colors on it. Anyway, I'm awfully chatty today. I think I'm just taking advantage of the 3-day weekend that I have a little bit of extra time. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed. Please don't forget to comment down below. Let me know what you're working on. I love to hear from you guys. It makes my day. And I will talk to you later. Bye.